Live, laugh, love. Leave a good-looking corpse. Welcome back to Spirit Box Radio. Hello, faithful listeners. We've received an email from Kitty. Thank Beth Sheba for that. I'll read it to you now. Read your emails, all 87. Have you thought about maybe waiting a couple of days between thoughts and summarising them instead of emailing me every time something occurs to you? I'd appreciate it. I'm in Patagonia. Know where I'm going. Strong lead on 3 weirdos in the mountains. I think it's probably the Sins. Hope we can get something useful out of them after all of this. Calling Rytidia for help, because I don't actually know how I'm even going to begin to do anything once I actually find them. If you want me to bring them back to you, it'll take a bit longer. I'm not sure how I'll get them to come. All I can think of is that the Impossible House held them, so whatever constricted that might be able to hold them again, though ideally I'd like to not get eaten by any buildings again. Maybe you should put it to your listeners, see what they suggest. Say hey to Anna. Love, Kitty. Kissy the investigator indeed, right? She's calling Rytidia for help. Yeah, good luck with that. She's a riot. Though who else is she supposed to call, I guess? Me? Yeah, no. Anyway, I sent her a reply, and I also sent a picture of that sigil thing of the door, you know? The one I mentioned I dreamed about last week. She said she didn't know what to make of it, but that she'll have a think about it and get back to me if anything interesting occurs to her about it. It sounds like things are going pretty well, though, and hopefully when Kitty finds the Sins, they'll be able to explain more about the prophecy they heard and why they thought it was Madame Marie. I've turned over and over in my mind what I remember of what Indy said in the Impossible House, that it seemed obvious that it was Marie. They don't seem like they've got very developed skills for critical analysis, but, they're not totally daft. Or presumably the man in the flat cap and shell suit would have kicked them to the curb by now, however keen they are to stay on as his servants. What is it about her, you know? What's so compelling? There are 2 people I can think of to ask, but neither of them are likely to give me anything. Nagisa straight up told me not to write again, and Rytidia literally hung up on me last time we spoke. Well, 3 people, but I'm not asking Oliver. No chance. If he's not told me already, it's probably under taboo, and if it's not, well, either it's so bad he doesn't want to explain it, or he's hiding things on purpose. And neither of those are possibilities I really want to entertain. I mean, what was it she was doing which could be so bad that... People soup. Oh no. Oh no. What if it's that? No, it can't be. It's under taboo. It has to be. Yeah, not people soup. I asked Anna and she said I didn't even eat when I was unconscious, and Em never came in to see me beyond standing in the doorway. Anna would have noticed her feeding me, she says. She's sure, but Anna's arcane gift only works to assess the truth of statements, and she may just believe that to be the case enough that it is a true statement. I don't know. Well, there's no point dwelling on it, I guess. Either she fed me people soup or she didn't. I don't know. God, am I aging? I don't know. Do I look like I'm aging, Cosmo? You're just going to blink at me. Okay. I'm going to take that as a yes? Or is it a no? Where's Revel when you need him, huh? I could really do with some... Did you hear that, Cosmo? Oh, who am I kidding? Someone could throw him out of a window and he'd just yawn and go back to sleep where he landed. I think it was coming from the house. Should have brought a torch or something. Hello? Is someone there? Wait. That was coming from near the studio. Oh my god. Hello? 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 Wait, but the trapdoor. There should be a whole room. This is like it's in the floor, right in the hallway, but the trapdoor is in the studio, but... There's air coming out of the sides. There, the latch. No, it's just dirt. There's not even a hole, it's just dirt. No, wait. Ow! A sharp glass, I think. The rose. The petals aren't even crushed. Ah, what? Oh, my drawing. The white door, stop! Stop! There's something written on the back of this one. A date, and then it says, he's asleep. He's asleep. Asleep. While sleeping. Asleep. Asleep. On sleeping pills. She was recording when I did these. Keeping them. The ones on the walls, the ones I kept, they weren't all of them. Asleep. Asleep. No. The dates on all the others, they're from before I was asleep for 6 years. Before the old house collapsed. But this one, it's from after, and it's longer. It says, he sleeps like the dead. He was up today, but when he spoke, he was like a hollow thing. A dead thing. Whatever I did, it seems to have broken something in them. They haven't stopped drawing the door. Every night. Hundreds of them. I have to give him paper, or he draws it on the walls. Is this thing my child? Were they ever? No. That is too forgiving of my part in this. They are a monster. They're mine too. No. I can't do this. I can't.
Sam?
Yeah, I didn't even say anything.
You're upset. What happened?
Look, read it. Look what she said.
Sam, you know this isn't true. You know it.
Do I? Because I can't feel it. I don't feel it. What if I'm not? What if that's what I am? A hollow thing.
You're not. You're alive. You're real. I can see it shining out of you whenever I close my eyes. Okay?
Okay. If I could just see how all these pieces connect, if I could understand the seeing glass. You can use it to see things on the arcane spectrum, and when I looked through it, I saw you like I saw you in the impossible house, and it was like, I think maybe I could do that without the seeing glass, but it only lasted for a minute and then it was gone. I think maybe if I can see me like that, maybe I can understand how it...
If you're asking if that's what happens when I close my eyes and see you, then yes, I think, broadly speaking.
How do you do it?
I'm afraid I don't know. It's an instinct, I suppose.
Can you teach me?
I suppose I could try.
What do I need to do?
Now?
Why not? I'm here, you're here.
It can be a little intense.
Now, please, Oliver.
Very well. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Breathe deeply. Let your mind simply wander. If you have a thought, let it come and then let it go again. Lower your defences.
How?
Well, relax, I suppose.
It's no good. I can't do it.
You didn't really try.
A minute ago you didn't even want to teach me. Why does it matter?
I just wanted to try and...
Just let it go, all right?
Of course. Sam, are you...
Am I what?
Are you okay?
I just need a minute.
Sam,
Don't touch me.
I'm sorry.
Why doesn't anything work? Why can't I make sense of this?
It's the arcane. You can't make it make sense. It actively defies
So
it.
what's the point in arcanism? Is it all just a waste of time, like hysteria says? And why make me so powerful if nobody is going to teach me what to do with it?
The wise man knows what it is he does not and cannot know. It is only as we begin to learn that we notice our ignorance. When we try to define the undefinable, to describe the indescribable, we hint at those traits it is impossible to capture in language, the vast totality of the unknown.
You're not making any sense.
Exactly, Magpie. It can't make sense, because that's what it is. That's all it is.
And me?
I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know because I do not know it. And you don't need to be taught. I don't think this can be taught. But you can do it. I know that because you do it all the time. You're doing it right now.
Not on purpose.
It just happens. It simply happens. And you can allow it to take control or you cannot. That's all it is. I swear to you, that's all it is.
Just shut up. Tell me, Oliver, are you scared?
Yes.
Of me?
For you. Mostly.
I don't want to make you scared. Of me, for me, or otherwise.
It's all right. We're all right.
Are we? The more I know, the more I understand that I don't know how to feel and I don't know what to do. She was my mother. I think she was, in her way, trying to protect me, but the way she did it, the way she treated Kitty and Anna too.
She trapped you and hurt you. She tried to shut you down and make you small. You owe her nothing.
I know. She was wrong to do what she did, but she did it all out of love, didn't she? It doesn't make it okay, and it doesn't mean I forgive her for it, but I don't know how I'm supposed to be angry at her for doing what she thought was right. It wasn't right. It hurt me, but that was all she knew.
You are too soft, Sam.
No, I'm not. Understanding the reasons why people do things that are upsetting, that hurt you, and being able to see it without judgment and just for what it is, that's not weakness. It's strength. It doesn't mean I don't condemn her actions. I do. I think she was a terrible mother, and I think I'll be recovering from what she did for the rest of my life, but I also appreciate why she did what she did. I think. I mean, I know she was scared. I know she loved me. That doesn't make it right. Doesn't even make it okay. It changes nothing about the action itself, but it means I can look at it without it feeling like all of my insides have been ripped out. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. But what if it was not out of love? What if she did it out of fear or rage, and what you interpret as vulnerability is simply weak-mindedness?
I know what you're doing, you know. You're angling for a position where you can needle me into being angry with you and call me a fool for loving you, and I'm not taking the bait.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. You think you're reprehensible and irredeemable, so you want to prod me into agreeing so you can fuel your narcissistic self-loathing.
Excuse me, I do not...
Yes, you do. Now I've established you're nowhere near as impenetrable and interesting as you think you are, can you let me wrap things up for the evening, please?
I love you.
I know. Faithful listeners, remember to keep your ears to the ground for any information about the impossible children or... I don't know, just anything. Thanks for tuning in.
Good night.
Good night. Spirit Box Radio is a podcast created by Pippin A. Major, distributed by Hanging Sauce Studios under a Creative Commons non-commercial, share-alike 4.0 international license. This episode starred Pippin A. Major as Sam and Will Cummings as Oliver. Find more info at hangingsaucestudios.com and consider supporting the show on patreon.com/hangingsaucestudios for early access to new episodes and shiny bonus content. Spirit Box Radio is recorded in front of a dead studio audience.
Tune in, get spooky.